Are you thinking about doing ayahuasca and you don't know if ayahuasca is right for you? Let me share with you in this video what I wish I had known during my first ayahuasca ceremony. And this is what I've learned throughout more than 6 years of learning and engaging in ayahuasca sessions in different and various places of the Amazon, such as Brazil, Peru, and Colombia. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm always excited to support you on your journey. So let's get to the real part, an exciting part of this video. Is ayahuasca for you, and will it help you in your healing process? I always like to say ayahuasca is not the solution. Ayahuasca is not a magic pill that will solve all your problems, and that's the problem. Many people go to ceremonies thinking that the shaman or this beautiful medicine, plant medicine, will fix all their problems. And I always like to remind myself, there's nothing to fix and there's nothing to heal. It's just a process of remembrance. So ayahuasca will support you in remembering. That's for certain. For me, it's a tool. It's a great, beautiful, powerful, very powerful tool to remember, but it will not fix anything. As a matter of fact, I always say, at the end of the ceremony, it's when the real work starts. When you step out of the ceremony space or the retreat, that's when the real work starts. That's when you start to integrate what you've learned, what you've remembered. Because we are all part of this universal subconscious mind. We are all reflections of each other. You watching this video, you know everything in the world because everything is within you. All the stars, all the planets, all the medicines are within you. But as it happens mostly in the West, but nowadays all over the world, we are raised through systems that are making people forget their true nature, who they are, what they are, and their magnificence. So ayahuasca for me has been a great teacher and a great plant and a great tool to remember that which we are all, which is infinite, unconditional love. 6 years ago, when I went to do my first ayahuasca, like I shared in a previous video, I didn't know what to expect. I had experience with mushrooms and I had experience with weed, but I didn't know what ayahuasca would be. Also, the sacred container. I had never been in a facilitated sacred container. So if you're wondering, will ayahuasca help me experience freedom? Will it support me in letting go of this trauma or these emotions? Yes and no. Again, it's a tool that will help you see that which you don't see. And I recently heard from in a YouTube video, somebody else was saying this analogy of the box, and you can't read the label when you're inside the box. And what is this box? Your paradigm, your programs, your whole reality, that's the box. And when you've suffered some traumatic event, when you've been living in a certain way for X amount of years, and we do know through science that the first 5 to 7 years are crucial in the development of a child, because that environment will shape the conscious mind of that child. It will shape their behavior, their emotions, their patterns, their beliefs. And after that, basically it's just a repetition of that, but expressed in different ways. So where does ayahuasca come into play? Ayahuasca is that helicopter experience. That's how my partner Bianca calls it. She says, ayahuasca is a helicopter experience. All plant medicines are a helicopter experience, which means it takes you out of your box. You've been confined in this box of destructive patterns or of emotional abuse to yourself and to others, even physical abuse. And ayahuasca will take you to a higher place where you're able to witness your life from a whole new perspective without judgment. I call it the aha moment. So when you go and drink ayahuasca, depending on the lineage, depending on the type of ceremony, again, I've done it with indigenous people, and I lived with them in Brazil for a while, and the way they serve is completely different than the way they serve in Peru, and both of those places are completely different than the way it's served in Colombia, but all ways are beautiful and unique in their own way. But what they all have in common is that once you drink this medicine, it's a medicine of surrender. You're not here to control or to guide your experience. There's the shaman or the facilitator which creates a safe container, but they are not here to heal you either. They're just here to support you and to ensure your safety. So when you drink this beverage, suddenly you're able to see from above, from a very high viewpoint, to call it somehow, your life. But before you get to that place where you can see your life as a whole and not just little fractions of your life, not just the part that you feel that you're so entitled to complain because whatever happened when you were a child, or because your boss is not taking care of you, or because your partner doesn't love you the way you want. All these stories that we create and we attach ourselves to not keep moving, to not keep growing, to not keep experiencing life. Before we get to that viewpoint, we have to go to what I call disintegration. And if it's your first time that you're drinking ayahuasca, in many cases, I don't want to say always, but in many cases, people have to really let go of all these ideas, because you can't learn something if you're attached to a way of thinking or being. So ayahuasca, with its great wisdom of all this plant kingdom, will slowly allow you to purge. It could be physically through vomiting or going to the washroom, or it could be emotionally by crying or sounds coming out. You will let go of this cork, this stagnation that kept everything bottled up, kept you so attached to your ways, or to the ways that you were taught or given and passed down by your parents or your grandparents or whoever raised you. And suddenly when you let go, and it can be painful because you're letting go of your identity, you're letting go of years of habitual patterns, and suddenly the gift. And what is the gift? The gift is to suddenly see your life from a different perspective. And that's why I love plant medicine in general. That's why I love ayahuasca in general. I don't depend on ayahuasca to be happy, because ayahuasca won't make you happy. You don't go do ayahuasca to party. It's not a recreational drug or medicine. It's a very sacred medicine. But this medicine has this beautiful power, which is already within you, and it's just awakening this power within you, which is to see your life from a completely objective perspective, to be able to understand why things are the way they are, but also give you a fresh breath, which comes in the terms of opportunity to start fresh. For me, it showed me that it doesn't matter what I've experienced. It doesn't matter the upbringing I had with my family, the traumas I experienced, the stories I lived, what I did and what I didn't do. What it showed me is that, hey, you're ready? Hey, you want to really pursue your dreams? See that, make peace with that part and those aspects of you, make peace with all those people that may have harmed you, and also feel forgiven for the people that you've harmed on your way. And when you step out of this sacred circle, do your best. Take extreme ownership of your life. And never, by no means, ever look back. And if you do look back, it is just to feel proud that you've made it so far. And this is the teaching that ayahuasca has been sharing with so many people. I work with so many people that have gone through ayahuasca ceremonies, and I'm always in contact with people that are very involved in ayahuasca ceremonies. And I've agreed with many of them that it's truly that, the power of ayahuasca. It's the opportunity to come home, to come to a place of 0 point where there's no more guilt, there's no more shame. Whatever has to be dealt has been dealt in the past. Whatever has to be purged and cleansed, you can purge and cleanse through the ceremony. And when you step out of the circle, you make a commitment to not go back into your old ways and all your old habitual patterns. And it's also known that once somebody's mind is expanded and you're able to understand and grasp this new understanding, you never go back to normal. It doesn't matter how hard you fall after that ayahuasca ceremony. You already have expanded to a certain point that you know how to get there and how to go even beyond there. So always remember that when you're inside a box, you can't read the label. When you're so into your story, you can't read the label, you can't see the whole picture. But ayahuasca gives you that bird's view, that eagle's view, to be able to see, hey, this is what I've been doing, this is what I've been saying, this is what I've been believing, these are my habits. Are those things gonna lead me where my dreams are? Are those the best actions I can take, the best words, the best steps I can take towards being the best, most loving human being in service? Or is there some changes I need to do? And that's why I say that really the ceremony, not just life, ceremony starts when you step out of the ceremony, because that's when you start to apply these teachings that you received in ayahuasca. So again, it's not a magic wand, it's not a magic pill that many people again go to ceremonies thinking I'm gonna drink and all my problems are gonna be solved, all my traumas are gonna be solved. No, you make peace with all of those parts, but now everything gets solved and everything is right once you step out and you make the commitment to not look back, to not go again into those self-destructive cycles that for some reason humans tend to do when they're being raised in a very limiting society, in a very limited framework. Ayahuasca is a great sacred plant, and if you are considering engaging with this beautiful medicine, make sure you do your right due diligence. You don't go just with some random shaman or some random indigenous person in Peru or to do ceremony, not because they're indigenous, not because they are natives from the area, means that they're master facilitators at their work, and not because it's a white person compared to an indigenous, it means that they're not as authentic. And that's another point I want to bring. There's really amazing non-native facilitators that can provide this experience for you, but always make sure that you're referred by some friend or somebody that has a first-hand experience with that facilitator. Always remember that there's nothing to heal, there's nothing to fix. You're already perfect the way you are in your divine nature. The one thing you got to do is accept yourself with all your colors, all your shapes. Accept yourself fully, and you'll realize that you are already everything you wish you were. If you like this video and you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. And I have a gift for you down below on the description. I have a free guided morning priming routine where I basically integrate all the teachings from plant medicine and spiritual transformative retreats that I've been doing into a morning practice where I will guide you through breathwork, meditation, visualization, affirmation, so you can already jumpstart your spiritual awakening. Namaste, and keep the vibration high.